Hey guys, it's Keith here. Just want to do a really quick tutorial to show you how to create a project template and package that up in a nice Vsix file so you can share that with people. Okay, this is what it's going to look like. This is our end result. We're going to put it under an identity server folder, and then under that we're going to see all these project templates. Okay. So to start this out, I've actually got a project here, so I can make this video pretty short and hopefully get you guys learning everything. We're going to close that out. Here are my projects that I want to include in that Vsix file. And what I need to do is, the first thing is I need to export those out as a project. So you just, or a project template, you just export that out. Visual Studio will do it for you. So just make sure that project template is selected. What project you want to actually export, you hit next. You're going to put your server name, or your template name, your template description, your icon image, and this is actually the location. Remember that, where it's going to go to. This little checkbox here, just want to explain that real quick. This automatically imports the templates into Visual Studio. So when you have this checked and you hit finish, it will automatically be there for you. You don't even have to close it out or anything. It's just there. But since we're doing an install, I don't want to do that. I want to be able to create a Vsix package that will do that for us. So I'm just going to uncheck that. And then display an Explorer window, I want to go ahead and keep that there. So I'm going to say finish. Now I already have a file out there called identity server, so I think that's going to say yes. That's going to say this. So I want to go ahead and just write that over. And there it is right here. Now this is an important step right here for your folders to actually work. Now what I normally would do is I would export all those projects, those 3 projects I have, but since I've already done this for us, we're not going to do that. So I would normally have 3 of these, but for this video, I'm only going to have 1. So I'm going to extract those files right to there, open up the identity server folder, find my template.vs template file. I'm going to open that up. You can open that up in your favorite XML editor because that's all it is. It's a simple XML file. You add a tag called number, and you can hit, normally you can hit, there it is, number of parent categories to roll up. That's what you do, and you hit number 1. Okay, close that out and say yes. And then what you want to do next is delete that old one, and then you're going to then just, I just use Windows, send to, if I can find it, there it is, and compressed folder, and then just delete that one. So that one is now our compressed folder with that new tag that you had to change in that manifest file. Okay, so we'll delete that. Next, you go back to the solution. I just stay in the solution. You can create a new solution if you like to. That's completely up to you. Me, I just created on the solution that I'm working with. You go to add, new project, and under your favorite language, you'll find extensibility. It's there under Visual Basic too. Okay, so we want to go to extensibility, choose Vsix project, name it whatever you want, and then whenever you do that, you will see similar to this, excluding the project templates folder. That won't be there for you. That gets created automatically when you open up this manifest folder and you go to assets, and you get your assets, and that I'll show you here in just a moment. Let's just go back to the very beginning of the page. Want to fill out your product name, your description, the language, the licensing. If you're going out there on the web, you're going to be sharing this with everyone. You might have to have a licensing. You want that. That's something to protect you. Icon, preview image, your tags, any release notes that you have, a get started guide. They do have an index HTML, so all this stuff can be included in your project. So I'm not going to do that right now because I'm not going to package this up to send that out. That'll be for a later video. But then you want to go to assets, and when you hit new, you're actually going to choose under your types project template, and your source is going to be, you're going to browse out to that directory that had your template. Okay, so when you do that and you import that in, that's when this folder gets created. Okay, and it's actually going to have these files outside of the actual folder, so we're just going to delete that and I'll show you. So basically what you're going to do is it's going to look like this once you get those zip files in here. It's going to create under project templates. I create a new directory and you name it whatever you want, and I'm going to call mine identity server. Okay, and then you just take those 3 zip files and drop them in there. Excuse me. Now if it's the first time that you had brought those in, you're going to have to then just delete each one of these. Okay, and you're going to have to redo them. And I haven't found a better way to do that. If you do, please leave it in the comments and let me know, because I think this is a little redundant. But you want to now point it at the actual file that you put in that new directory. Okay, so we have to do all 3 of those because I actually deleted all 3 of them. So we'll just do that really fast. I'm trying to do that as fast as I can. I probably could have used that drop down, but does that drop down have it all? Good. Yes, it does. Okay, so that's going to make things a little faster. So that's it. So I got my API, my client. Now I just need my server. So my project template. You probably won't have this on the drop down, but I did because I did that. Okay, so that's it. API, client, server. We got all the files. That's it, guys. All you have to do is hit save. You hit rebuild the solution. Once the solution's built, you can navigate out to, for my project, it's the bin folder, and or debug. There's my Vsix file. I open that up in the containing folder. Before I do that, I just want to make sure that my tools extension updates, it's still installed. So I'm going to uninstall that one and we'll install the new one. Okay, so that's going to require me to shut down, and then Vsix is just going to run automatically. There she is. Modify. Once that's done, takes a little bit. Seems like it takes a lot longer when I'm recording a video. We need to go out to our Vsix file, which is in your debug folder or your bin, wherever you exported that out, or wherever your files are going out to. Hit that Vsix file to install it. Install. And then once that is installed, we're going to go ahead and open up Visual Studio. Come on. There you go. Say yes. And we can end that. And once you get that open, you can go to New, Project, and there is your nice little projects. Okay? So you can also look up here in your tools and extensions and updates, and there it should be. And that's it for me, guys. Signing out.